What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Hot Mic here on the John Rocha channel. I am the titular John Rocha, joined as always by the Sneider himself, Jeff Sneider. How are you, Jeff?
Hello, Johnny boy!
What's going on, my man? So much to talk about here today, brother. We got some Star Wars news. We got some Marvel DC stuff. We got film news. We got all kinds of stuff we're talking about here on the Hot Mic. And this is our only show this week. We did not get a chance to do a second show. Wasn't much happening over the weekend, but now we're back at it. And there's so much to cover here over the last few days already. Talking into some trailers as well. We're going to get into all kinds of stuff here on the channel and just on the show. And just a reminder, the Streamlabs, the Super Chats are open. Send in your love, send in your support for us here on the channel. And keep it going. I put in a goal there for us to hit 50 super. We had 50 super chats of $5 or more. Then I will reveal something that I've gotten recently from a source today from Avengers, and possibly even something else that I might reveal down the road. So we'll see if Jeff has anything he can reveal on the show as we go along. But Jeff, we'd be remiss not to start with the Micah Parsons trade right off the bat here, going to the Packers. Shock of all shocks. He is gone from the Cowboys. Does this change the balance of power in the NFC, Jeff Snyder?
No.
Okay. Why not?
I mean, if it doesn't affect my fantasy team, I don't care. I did not draft the Packers this season. Oh. Maybe I should. Maybe they're available in free agency. If they are in your league, go check them out. They're worth a flyer. Oh. But no, I don't think that it shifts anything. Obviously, he's a great defensive player.
Yeah.
Probably the best in the NFL right now. And defense does win championships, but you know, you're only one of, I don't even know how many guys are on defense, John. 10? 9?
11. Yeah, there you go.
11?
I think it is.
Jesus Christ. Goes to show what I know.
Probably 10. It's probably 10. The Cowboys received three-time Pro Bowl defensive tackle Kenny Clark and 2 first-round picks. So that's pretty amazing. Parsons agreed to a 4-year, $188 million contract with $120 million of it guaranteed and $136 million in total guarantees, making him the highest paid non-quarterback player in NFL history. That is massive. Man, I'd love to get $120 million guaranteed. That would be amazing, for God's sakes. Why don't they pay us out for talking about sport entertainment news like this? I wish they did.
I really, if only I had known and realized, maybe I could have been like the white Stephen A. Smith. It could have been like Ryan Russillo, who's signing a deal with Barstool.
Wow, that is shocking to me as well. But the Ryan is sliding down that path there that he wants to go down with Barstool. Oof. Anyway. All right, but we're here to talk about entertainment. That's what we're here to talk about. We got so much going on here, Jeff. We should start. I guess we should start with the big story, and that's Star Wars, right? It was announced today that production is underway on Star Wars Starfighter. There you see the picture of Ryan Gosling there with the new kid who is going to be part of this movie and is going to lead the way here, from what I understand, as being the main kid that people want to get their hands on. Pretty amazing stuff here with what you got announced today from Star Wars. Flynn Gray is the name of the kid that you see there. But not only Flynn Gray, we also get announced that Aaron Pierre and Amy Adams will be joining the cast, along with Simon Bird, Jamel Westman, and Daniel Ings. That's for Star Wars Starfighter. So, Jeff, you look at these announcements, you look at this photo that started it all off. I mean, what does this tell you about the direction of this movie?
Well, I'll fill you in a little bit more on that shortly. But with the cast, I think this is a really good cast. If I had told you months ago, or however long it was,
the
next Star Wars movie is going to star Ryan Gosling, Aaron Pierre, Mia Goth, Amy Adams, and Matt Smith. Would you be happy with that?
As a fan, ecstatic. Directed by Sean Levy.
I think you would be too.
Yeah.
And listen, I know that there are people who have passed on this project, as they do on, a lot of projects.
Yeah.
This thing certainly made the rounds, but at the end of the day, there's enough really talented actors in Hollywood who I think want to be a part of this franchise, right? It is still special to a lot of people. And this is, as I think that the tweet said today, like a new adventure, right?
Yeah.
I like that this is they keep hammering home, like this is a standalone thing.
Yes.
You don't need to have seen anything else, etc. So I'm looking forward to Starfighter because, again, it feels like a movie made for people like me, who can go in and appreciate a raw, and I don't need to have seen 8 zillion other Star Wars movies.
Yeah, I like the way they announced it. A black and white photo with the guy with Ryan and Skyler Flynn, Ryan and Flynn on a speeder in black and white. There's already an immediate feeling of this is something different. This is something we haven't seen before. Dare I say it has a little bit of a prestige feel to it to go black and white. And then you add, as you were mentioning as well, the level of actors that you're adding here, both up and comers in Mia Goth and Aaron Pierre, and veterans here with Amy Adams and Ryan Gosling, and then a relatively new kid in Flynn Gray. So you've got a good combination, and you got Matt Smith in this. You got all these other actors in this. So to me, this already feels much more important. And clearly, this is the next film. If they're already pumping out Mando and Grogu in just a few months, this is the next film on the slate. So do they feel that this was the strongest one to go with? Is that why it followed up so quickly right after Mandalorian and Grogu? Because we've been hearing about the Mangold film for much longer. We've been hearing about the Rey movie for much longer, but this one seemed to slide in quickly, Jeff, and get its feet rolling, and it's already shooting starting today.
Well, I think, most of these things, it comes down to the script, right? And this, I think that they'd been working on this one for a while, maybe not as loudly as some of the others, but once you get a star like Ryan Gosling, you put the pedal to the metal and you take advantage of that window. If he's going to block off 6-9 months in his schedule or something like that. Yeah. I think that is what tips it over the edge and goes from, hey, this is a development thing to green light. Right.
What do you think about this kid, Flynn Gray? I mean, some experience doing occasional TV shows. He was on some show for 6 or 8 episodes there as a character, and he was recently on an episode of Wednesday for season 2. But not really a well-known name. Had you heard this name being batted around, and have you heard this name before? What are your thoughts on this?
So of the actors announced today, yes, I knew 2 of them.
Okay.
Again, playing the long game here, folks. And I'll prove it to you by explaining the code from our previous episode or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you remember that I gave a little numbered code?
I don't remember. Go ahead and refresh my
memory. I said it was 11356, and I want you 11356. 1 A for Amy Adams. 1, another one for Then 3 letters in Amy, 5 letters in Adams, 6 Oscar nominations. So that's besides the point.
Wow,
okay?
That's crafty. Yeah.
Amy Adams and Flynn Gray. It was funny because I was told actually is that the kid's name was Flynn.
Okay.
He was in Flynn, and there are 2 kids named Flynn,
right?
That I could tell who would be age appropriate and looked like they could potentially be the star of a Star Wars movie. But it was obviously this kid. I just you could just tell looking at the his headshots. I'm like, oh, this is a Sean Levy kid,
right?
100%, and he looks great. He's a good looking kid. I mean, imagine being this kid and having your life change overnight. This is a Harry Potter thing. He'll forever be. This will be the rest of his life. He'll be the kid from Star Wars. So I think it's a huge opportunity for him. That photo looks epic. Yeah. And Amy Adams is going to be playing his mother.
Okay. Do you have any other information on Amy Adams and the character she might be playing? Anything like that?
Nope. I don't know anything else about it. I don't know who Aaron Pierre is playing. That was a surprise to me today. I was like, oh shit, they got Aaron Pierre. Wow.
Yeah. I hadn't heard his name at all from anything in the wind or any kind of speculation from anybody in the wind. So it's a fascinating. I mean, he's quickly on the ascent here, man. I mean, Lanterns and now Star Wars.
You cast him because he has such an incredible face, right?
Yeah,
and I see him maybe being a villain of some sort. I'm not sure, honestly, but you don't think there's any possibility that he could be a voice, do you?
Ooh, no, I don't. Yeah, I would feel weird about that if he was playing a voice, to be honest with you. I mean, I think there's not that many black actors to get a chance to be a part of Star Wars. Playing a voice, I don't know if that's necessarily the great step for him. And he's such a damn good actor and a good looking actor. Why the hell would you?
That's why I'm saying it, but I had to ask because obviously he was the voice in the Lion King movie, right?
But everyone was a voice in Lion King. That's a different situation, right?
I think it'll be live action. I haven't heard anything to the contrary. This is not me like signaling anything. It was just an idea. I was like, well, I wonder if some of these people, or at least one of them, is going to be a voice.
I wonder if him and Ryan are like partners on this whole situation and what's going on with the kid. Like, are they like working together and they stumble upon this kid, or they get handed this kid to be taken care of? Because there's a lot of rumors that this kid's going to be handed off to Ray at the end of the movie. And who knows how much of that is true, but it could be that they're working together. But the possibility, as you said, it could be that he's a villain. And as you were saying last week, like the doors are opening in Hollywood now again to having people of color play villains, having women play villains. Like it's opening the door now to that again. So
sorry. He just has these eyes that I can see like glowing from like behind like a black robe.
Yeah.
He has a hell of a look. So do you want to keep talking about Star Wars?
Yeah, if you want to keep talking about Star Wars, why? Have you got something else?
Let's break the news right here.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
What do you got?
I'm gonna send. Hold on. I'm gonna say it on the air before I hit the button. Okay.
Okay.
No one in the world has mentioned who is shooting this movie.
Right. Cinematography, a big deal recently with some films that have come out like Dune and the Batman Part 2. Who is the cinematographer for this? No
one knows who the cinematographer is, but I'm about to tell you because it is a fucking get and a half, my friends. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Oscar-winning cinematographer Claudio Miranda.
Wow.
Just shot Top Gun Maverick and F1.
Yes.
And won his Oscar for Life of Pi.
Right.
He's going to be the DP on Star Wars Starfighter.
Wow. Top Gun Maverick, Only the Brave, Tomorrowland, Tron Legacy, Oblivion, Life of Pi. It's quite a resume for spectacle. And F1, of course, now moving on to do this movie. That's exciting. These are very strong people in these positions on this production, from acting to behind the camera, Jeff. And more, it feels like this is going to be probably the more important film than Mandalorian and Grogu. That's what it feels like to me, because this feels like it's signaling a new direction for Star Wars, this kind of movie. Don't you sense? Or is this going to be like a Rogue One film where it's a bit of a one-off? What do you sense from this movie? With getting this much talent involved?
No, that is what I like sort of wanted to get at, is that visually, right? If this is what they want to do, they want to take their visual cues from Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
And F1, like this movie might kick some ass.
Yeah. I mean, Top Gun Maverick, 1.5 billion, or a little bit over 1.5 billion. And then you look at F1 right now, ahead of Superman. F1 has made more money globally than Superman. Stick your domestic totals and shove it up your ding-dang. It's about a global box office, and the global box office, F1 is doing better than Superman. Who the hell predicted that at the beginning of the summer? And one of the big reasons is the cinematographer. So, you know what I'm saying? So this is an exciting thing to put him in Star Wars. And it also makes me think there's going to be a lot of aerial battles in space. There's going to be a lot of space battles between the ships as well. So that's exciting all around, you know? Now, do you think this
guy's a talent? Sorry, I was just getting the story out there. This guy is an absolute wizard behind the camera, and I think that Sean Levy will certainly benefit from having him next to him.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, I mean, you know, Sean Levy, he makes good movies, you know, but they're a little lightweight at times. You bring in a cinematographer like this, you bring in actors like this, there's a little more punch to come from Sean Levy as a director. So you're right. It's what you want to surround him with to deliver the best possible movie that you can. What else do you have on this? Anything else?
That's all I got. I got the cinematographer. Is that not good enough for you, Johnny? Hey, what do you need from me?
Well, if we get to 50 super chats, I might have something more to add to this story, possibly from a source that I got. And I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this, but I might get in trouble if I say this. We'll see.
Make me look bad. You know, you could have come to me, my brother.
Let me text you the story, and then we'll see if we do it or not by the end.
Maybe you should. You've put it in the private chat. We've got a good track record going here.
I don't know. People yelling at me over the fucking RDJ Ryan Reynolds thing that they completely concocted out of thin air.
Where did this come from?
I don't know. We did not say Ryan Reynolds. We never said Robert Downey Jr. Yet people took that and ran with it and created their own narrative on it.
Pretty wild.
It's madness, man.
Guys, get it straight here, straight from the source. We're giving you the juice unfiltered. Why would you go to these aggregators who don't even know what they're talking about?
Exactly. All right, there you go. So that's our Star Wars section of the show for now. Let's move on to some other stuff, Jeff, and maybe take the temperature down a little bit before we heat it back up again. How about this story here? What about this? We got ourselves a Sylvester Stallone situation going on here. It was just announced today that there is an actor cast as Rocky Balboa, young Rocky Balboa. That is Anthony Ippolito, who portrayed Al Pacino in The Offer, which is still a series I need to fucking watch. He is now tackling.
You didn't see The Offer?
I haven't seen I gotta watch The Offer. He has nabbed the starring role in I Play Rocky, the story of the making of Rocky that is being made by Amazon MGM. Peter Farrelly is directing this one, but that is the guy there, Anthony Ippolito. What do you think about this? Does he make sense, this guy? Does he look like the right actor to play this part?
He has those hangdog eyes, which Pacino and Stallone both have. I find it these guys are like so polar opposites though. Like I don't know how you play Pacino and the same guy plays Stallone. But I will say that this kid's good. He was good as Pacino, and you absolutely need to see The Offer. That was a good show for Paramount Plus, and Miles Teller did a great job too.
A lot of people tell me this, but I don't think Stallone's involved in this, right? Stallone has nothing to do with this. They're just doing this on their own, right?
Yeah, this is like a way to take advantage of the rights, and it's like about the making of the movie.
Yeah,
and how he fought for himself, just like this kid fought for himself in real life, according to the article.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
he asked him to audition. No one's thinking of you, but he was like, "Hey, let me put myself on tape. All I asked was that you watch the tape," and they were blown away.
Yeah, that's exactly what you said. It's exactly what happened. And hey, listen, that's how you get things sometimes in the business of Hollywood, is you go and do unconventional things in order to get yourself in front of the right people. And there it is. And so he's
don't get fed, okay, guys? Let me tell you, it's all these actors who are like kind of, God bless agents and managers. I work with them all the time, but it's also there are a lot of folks out there who just live at their beach house and don't really put in the work for their clients.
Yeah.
Right? And they just, they send it in and they're like, "Oh, tell me." And then they don't hear back from weeks or months.
Yes.
It's like, "Oh yeah, I sent it around, no bites." And it was like, you didn't do shit with it.
Exactly. Oh man. So I'm excited about this. I hope it works out. I hope it's good. But we'll see in the end what it ends up being. Do you have any reservations about this thing? Like any concerns about this thing at all? Like,
no,
do we need this story? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, who's directing it? Oh, Peter Farrelly. I mean, I like him. I love
Green Book, right?
I love Green Book. People say I'm crazy. People say I'm racist. There's this movie didn't just win Best Picture out of thin fucking air. Okay.
True.
It's a really good movie. It won the Audience Award at TIFF. Granted, so did Life of Chuck, which is unwatchable almost. So
right.
Maybe we should stop treating that as like a big arbiter. I don't.
All right, we'll see. I'm excited about it. I hope it works because I love the Rocky stories. I love the story of this. I don't know how much Stallone is telling the truth about this story, but it still will be fun to see it on screen and see how it all plays out. It could be
Talia Shire.
What? Ooh,
Talia Shire.
Ooh, that's a great question. That is a great question. Who plays Coppola's sister? Oof.
Did you see Anna Kendrick playing Talia Shire?
No, because she's not Italian. What the hell?
You got to be Italian?
I think so. You got to look Italian. You got to be Italian. Kendrick doesn't. Kendrick. I could see Kendrick playing Diane Keaton if you're doing The Godfather. I couldn't see her playing Talia Shire. Let's see. There's got to be a. What about Rachel Sennett? No, I guess not. Her eyes are too big. I was going to say Rachel Sennett, but I don't think that's right. Interesting.
Not Italian.
Yeah, but
he's one of us.
What about Kristen Milioti? No,
actually, she's not one of us. She's actually not Jewish, Rachel Sennett.
She's not. Wow. Okay. What about what about Kristen Milioti? You say no, you say no, you say yes, you say no. What do you say?
Yeah, not bad.
I don't know if she would do it in this film, but I mean,
who are the executives who would be like I mean, the director of that movie is what is it? John what?
Peter, which movie?
Who directed Rocky?
Oh, John G. Avildsen.
John Avildsen, right.
Yeah, the guy who did Karate Kid. So here are some suggestions from looking online. People say Sienna Shaw, Gabby, the character of Gabby from the movie Thanksgiving. I don't know who that is. Victoria Hayes, Aria Montgomery. Interesting choices here.
Like Addison Rae.
Addison Rae.
Anyways, we can move on from this tiny indie movie.
Carl Weathers as well. Let's move on to another indie movie. That's this situation here. Pedro Pascal. Jeff, what are your thoughts on this? This is coming to us from Anthony D'Alessandro over there at Deadline. Todd Haynes' gay romance, De Noche, which shut down about a year ago, is being revived with Pedro Pascal apparently circling the role. According to sources, the plan is for this feature to get up and running in the new year in Guadalajara, Mexico, and a lot of that is being worked around the 4-time Emmy-nominated actor's busy schedule from now into 2026. I mean, remember, this was the production that was essentially killed, possibly because of Joaquin Phoenix leaving just before they're about to shoot. He was a no-show on set for 2 weeks prior to its unplugging. So what are your thoughts on this? Does this make sense? Are we getting an announcement to accompany this particular film? What are your thoughts?
I mean, this surprised me, if only because he just entered talks to star in Behemoth.
Oh,
right?
yes.
For Tony Gilroy. It's like, I don't know what the status of that is, because I know they've had some trouble casting some of the supporting roles.
Yeah.
Because people have to like basically learn how to play music or whatever. It surprised me in terms of like, oh, they can fit this into his schedule too. But if it's for like Danny Ramirez, who appears to be a pal, worked with him on Last of Us, and they're both in the Marvel universe. It may just be like, hey, we can literally bang this out in 4 weeks.
Yeah, we'll see. But aren't we in a place now? I mean, I feel like people are turning in Pedro, man. Don't you sense that that's the air right now out in the
underwhelming summer? I mean, Fantastic Four was okay.
Eddington
was okay. Eddington, divisive. Materialist, I thought, was maybe the best one.
That made a lot of money, but but no one's thinking of Pedro when you think of that movie. You're thinking of Dakota.
I agree. I gave her credit in my newsletter this week. So, but like, he's still one of the 3 leads. You have to give him a little bit of credit.
I guess so.
And he's good in the movie. I don't know. Just nope, but like, I don't know. The movie did better than expected.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so we'll see what happens. Maybe we're not done with the Pedro Pascal being cast in everything situation just yet. Here, let's move on to some controversial stuff, Jeff, as if we haven't already talked a little bit of controversial stuff. But what's your thoughts on this? Bryan Singer. Bryan Singer is apparently mounting himself a little comeback here and has shot a movie, from what I understand, that is going to be coming out here. And the way it's described, it's a secret film here. This is coming to us from Tatiana Siegel and Alex Rittman over there at Variety. He shot this film with Oscar winner John Voight as the lead of the film. It's described as a period drama that revolves around the relationship between a father and son in Greece in 2023. Variety understands that Israeli filmmaker Yarev Horovitz, I hope I'm saying that right, is involved in the project. One source who has seen the final cut but is not involved with the production describes it as, quote, a really well-made film with award season potential, but predicts that it's going to be a huge hotbed of controversy due to the subject matter. The source describes the story as set in the Middle East in the late 70s or early 80s at a time when Israel occupied Lebanon. Quote, it makes Israel look really bad and could be polarizing. Another source familiar with the project says the story follows an architect looking for redemption. So your thoughts on this? I mean, this is a far cry from Red Sonja. And clearly he's working with a certain side here, working with John Voight. What are your thoughts?
You can't stop an artist from creating art. So I'm not surprised that Bryan Singer 2 years ago, it sounds like in 2023, went off and shot a movie on the other half of the world, seemingly in secret with fucking John Voight of all people. Like,
all people.
You know, the fact that it is anti-Israel to the extent that it sounds like it could be, is surprising, because I thought Israel like took him in.
Yes.
You know, so that confused me and surprised me. But like, I honestly could just not get past the fact that Tatiana like actually quoted a source saying this has award season potential, which made me like literally laugh out loud. Like, I'm sorry, wait a second. Bryan Singer, number 1. John Voight, number 2. And anti-Israel, number 3. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be a big awards contender. Sorry. Like, what? Why would you quote a source that said something so absolutely insane?
And a source close to the production. What else are they going to say? It's a piece of crap. Don't see it, everybody. Come on. Yeah, and remember a Singer, as Jeff was mentioning, some of you may not know this, but in 2019, The Atlantic did a pretty scathing expose of Singer and his alleged sexual misdeeds involving minors. That's a four. Add that to the fourth. You know, the Singer, of course, Bryan Singer has categorically denied ever having sex with preference for underage boys, and separately, Fox fired him from Bohemian Rhapsody during production because due to his absences in chaotic conditions. And quite a few people have spoken about his actions on sets and his disappearing acts. So I imagine the easiest way to get a film done is when you're the only person who is relied upon making it, you know, because then it works on your schedule. The studio isn't necessarily standing over you watching all of this. But yeah, I'd be surprised if this comes out and makes any kind of noise at all, to be honest with you. And I know that Hollywood is maybe moving a little bit toward the right and all of that as we see all these productions and things being announced, but I still don't think that means there's a public for it or a backing for it financially in terms of within the public. But we'll see, because I got a feeling, Jeff, we're going to get more and more films like this announced and possibly greenlit. Will they actually lead to financial box office? Because that, you know, we've said this numerous times on the show. That's the only thing Hollywood cares about is it going to make money? And if it's going to make money, they'll keep making those kinds of movies.
There's no way it'll make money.
Well, I don't disagree with you, but crazier things have happened.
I respect like the right audience.
Yeah.
The audience on the right. I mean, and like, I respect the church going audience, like the faith-based audience.
Of course. Yes.
Yeah. I don't see this like fitting any of those like, you know, niches.
I think what you said at the beginning is fascinating too. I mean, he moved to Israel for years and apparently was pitching numerous projects having to do with Israel. So is this a situation where he's so mad that he didn't get any of these projects going, so he made an anti-Israel film as an FU? I don't know, man. It's kind of interesting to see that.
It beats me.
All right.
They don't want to go to the movies to see the Middle East. That's the other thing.
Oh yeah, that's right. Ask Syriana how they did with all of that. Well, what else do I want to talk about? Here we go. All right. I want to bring this up. Let's stay in the realm of, as you said, faith-based stuff. Let's talk about this. This has been a bit of a big news, but there's a contemporary Wizard of Oz series called Dorothy in works at Prime Video from Gwen Stefani, Blake Shelton, and creator Gina Matthews. This is being developed over at Prime Video. Matthews created and will produce under her Little Engine label. It is supposedly a contemporary music-infused young adult telling of The Wizard of Oz, using the yellow brick road as a metaphor for the challenges and choices facing young adults today. We know recently Gwen Stefani came out and it was a big faith-based person all of a sudden and talked about the power of prayer and all this stuff. And so we're a far cry from the punk princess that she was. She's now settled down and very much into her religion. There's nothing wrong with that. We've all got a right to go on our journeys and all of that. But who is clamoring for this, Jeff? Who is this for? And Wicked's about to come out and crush all this Wizard of Oz stuff. So is this in motion? Is this in motion to take advantage of this? Or is this just kind of a thing that's showing the...
Guys, the Wizard of Oz is back. Okay? They're all over the sphere. Did you see that story today about David Zaslav?
And Dolan.
Yeah, and Dolan being they've digitally inserted their faces into the Wizard of Oz. Is this not like weirdo shit?
God save us from the fucking billionaires and the fucking multimillionaires. You
It's
guys
really
are dorks. You're all fucking dorks, for God's sake.
I mean, it's dorks would actually respect the Wizard of Oz. Like, if I got control of the Wizard of Oz, I wouldn't suddenly put my face in it. It's pretty unbelievable, but it was blurry. We can't have blur. But honestly, this is not a terrible idea, right? Like,
okay. Tell me why.
The idea of Dorothy, like a YA show, like Archie.
Yeah.
And like Dorothy and Friends, that's a potential hit.
Yeah, but it's going. I mean, it's from a faith-based company, so it's going to be about like pushing these faith-based ideals and pushing these narratives about things to avoid, the yellow brick road and all these things that you're supposed to avoid. It's going to be that kind of thing. And I don't know. I always think that kind of stuff does more harm than good because you start to make those things that are bad seem dangerous. And if they're dangerous, more people will go towards that than move away from that. So I think this kind of stuff never ends up being positive. But
really every show is about characters along that same path, except they don't make the choice to go down it. They veer off the path and they decide to do something bad for them. That gets into trouble. That's called the show.
That's true. That's fair. That's every show. I guess you're right. But anyway, we'll see. But it does, as I was saying, I think it does speak to the power of faith-based stuff, of right-wing stuff. I think we're going to see more of this stuff being greenlit in Hollywood, Jeff. And
you see this as a right-wing TV
show? 100%. Oh, 100%. Oh, yeah. Please. Yes, 100%. It's Gwen and Blake, and they've talked about their faith-based MAGA approach to things recently. And so, yeah, absolutely. 100%, 1000%. This is what it is. And look, and again, this is art. And if people can create it and there's a market for it and it makes money, then you keep making that art because it's about making money, right? So I'm not saying this can't be made. I'm just saying be aware of what's being made here. And we're going to see how people respond to it and see what the numbers are. And I'm not surprised that Prime Video is involved here with Bezos owning Prime Video and where Bezos is leaning lately. And so I'm not surprised that they're opening the door to this kind of stuff. We're going to see more and more companies start to invest or explore right-wing, faith-based type of stuff as mainstream entertainment. I just believe that that's going to happen. You gotta please people, and if there's a market for it, you got to be there. All right, well, let me ask you a question about the SNL situation. I don't know if you've seen people leaving. Heidi Gardner leaving after 8 years. Michael Longfellow leaving after 3 years. A couple of the writers have left. And the one guy that was brought on for only one season, he's gone now. The guy who's playing Mangione. What are your thoughts on this?
Are you okay? You sounded down in the last item.
Wait, what?
Down about the state of the world. Would you like some gumdrops, buddy?
No, buddy, because that's just deluding myself that things are still okay. So I like to be in reality.
It's fine. Nobody freak out or anything.
Nobody look. You see the size of that chicken?
Yes. Okay. SNL. Heidi Gardner is leaving. Michael Longfellow is leaving, as well as Devin Walker and Emil Hakim. Those are 4 cast members announced now, along with 2 writers, Celestia and Rosebud Baker. Longfellow, 3 years. I really thought that he was being groomed to take over Weekend Update.
I love Longfellow, man. I'm sad he's the one that Heidi is like, Heidi can go. Heidi's got a career ahead of her. But Longfellow, I think, needed more time to season there, man.
I mean, maybe he just didn't like it, and the show's definitely not for everybody who lands it, right? You have to accept it. Yeah. If it's offered to you and you do your 3 years or, I don't know, I guess they're on a yearly contract or whatever. Yeah. But, Longfellow, like Late Nighter had reported that he had tested with one of the SNL writers, a female writer. He tested for a Weekend Update, which made me think, Colin and Michael are leaving if they're testing anybody at all.
Yeah.
But at this point they haven't announced that yet, although they could be leading up to it as well. Like it's literally Walker and Emil Hakim, those guys, then the 3-year guy Longfellow, then Heidi, then it could be them. Who I don't know. Yeah.
Well, she said recently on a podcast with Craig Ferguson, who I miss on Late Night. I fucking loved Craig on Late Night. She said that she admitted that things, quote, have gotten a little tough. I will say the only thing that I've started to feel a bit lately is just sketch fatigue or idea fatigue. at this point, after doing Groundlings and SNL for so long, I'm like, I've written a lot of sketches. And look, she's got that Homes.com campaign. I think this is a person who is not going to suffer for work. I think people want to put her in movies. The Molly Shannon, Kristen Wiig, this is the Heidi Gardner path. She could land on a sitcom. She's incredibly talented. And don't
put her own sitcom, honestly.
Oh, yeah. Just called Heidi. Just call it Heidi, right? It's
I mean, she could. I could definitely see her like bring that back. But yeah, I think she's funny. I think she's talented. The show's going to miss her. Yeah. But you're right. She had other opportunities.
Yeah, and I think Devin Walker, I saw him post like, it was fun, but it was also toxic. No surprise. A lot of black performers find SNL to be a little toxic because they're just not. It isn't really written for, it's not really a platform necessarily to get a lot of black sketches or black focused sketches out there. Keenan is the rarity, and he has done that for so long. Tim Meadows, these are the rarity guys that come through and be a part. So I'm not surprised. But he also said that he's happy to moving on. Emil was a little more. He said it was a gut punch. So that's a shame for him and his young career. But yeah, hopefully Longfellow can go the Jared Carmichael route because he's got a little bit of that kind of energy as well. So I'll be looking forward to see what he does down the road. All right. What else? What else you want to do? You want to get into some trailers? What's trailer stood out to you this week, Jeff?
Trailers this week. I don't even know where you want to begin.
Yeah, Bugonia. Let's start with Bugonia that dropped today. What do you think of
that? I mean, I think it's a pretty fucking cool trailer. Like to see like Jesse Plemons jumping on the table like that at the end. The movie got good reviews, maybe not the greatest reviews today.
Yeah.
Out of Venice, but it seemed to go over. It seemed to go over a little bit better than Jay Kelly, to be honest.
Yeah, Jay Kelly, the George Clooney film, got some mixed reviews from people who saw it at the Venice Film Festival, saying that it's just Clooney playing himself for an hour and 30 minutes or whatever. A mid version of himself.
I wasn't expecting the best there.
Right.
I've heard Adam Sandler's really good.
Right. What did you think of? Where were the other ones that were dropping this? Oh, that dropped this week. Where is it?
A Woman in Cabin 10.
Yeah, A Woman in Cabin 10.
Nightly. Woo! Wow. I like a good murder mystery. I'm gonna watch Thursday Murder Club tomorrow night. Even though tonight's Thursday. I mean, I think that looks fun. I got the book. I sent it to my grandmother this summer because I'm a nice Jewish boy like that.
Ew. Yeah, I thought that was a good one. What's the other one that dropped this week? We had a teaser for Secret Agent. I thought that looked interesting with Wagner Moura.
Is your grandmother still with us, Johnny?
My grandmother? No, both of my grandmothers have passed on.
Okay, my apologies. I'm gonna send them a copy if they wanted the woman in the cabin Woman in Cabin 10.
Yeah, there you go. I like Keira Knightley. I liked the trailer, and I've come around on her. I didn't used to like her in the early days because I thought she was too much up her own ass, but after seeing Black Doves, I'm kind of turning the corner on her, and I like that. Like the years have seasoned her as an actress, and so I thought this trailer. I'm like, yeah, I would normally not have been interested in this 10 years ago, but I am interested to see it now and see what she could bring to it.
Without referencing it, do you know my Keira Knightley story?
No, I don't think I do.
I'll tell you after the episode. I'd love to have been able to share it, but people aren't cool on the internet anymore.
Anymore. So where's this magical world where people are cool on the internet? I'd love to know when that world existed.
Yes, they never were.
What'd you think of Nicolas Cage's Jesus horror film, Carpenter's Son? What the fuck are we doing, Jeff?
I mean, I don't know. It's him and Noah Jupe. That's the thing. If you're like a real Cage fan like me,
yes,
Cage head, just a Cage junkie, you're gonna see it. But yeah, it's like a fucking cheap indie horror movie. What are you expecting?
What are we doing, man? What are we doing?
Like religious horror does like oddly well.
But to me, it feels more in the vein of like the Winnie Pooh horror stuff and the Mickey Mouse horror stuff. I'm like, what are we doing? I don't know where we're going with this, but Nick marches to his own drum always, bro. What did you think of the Sisu sequel, Road to Revenge trailer?
That's the greatest movie I've ever seen,
dude. I'm not gonna lie.
Best Picture 2 years in a row,
bro. I had a hard on watching this fucking trailer. It was so damn good. Oh,
this guy is so talented. I don't know why Marvel and DC don't hire Jalmari Helander.
This guy is absolutely built for Marvel or DC. You're 100% right.
The director is amazing. no one wants to listen. I sent his reps an email after seeing Sisu, and I was like, dude, keep me posted on this guy, because I'm telling you, I don't see this very often.
Right. What do you think of Play Dirty, the Shane Black film? What do you think of that trailer?
Shane Black movie, I'm not like I don't really get the whole Parker thing.
Oh yeah,
Parker is a little before my heyday, but
didn't read his books.
It looks like a fun movie to watch on Prime Video, just like we all watched Heads of State and G20 and all these other fucking Amazon action movies that are enjoyable in the moment, and you'll forget a week later.
That's true. What about Is This Thing On? Another trailer, a little more extended trailer here for this one from Bradley Cooper. And
that's it. Really quick, back to the Amazon action thing.
Sure. Go ahead.
I got someone told me that they read The Pirate, which is that Jason Momoa pirate movie that we talked about. And they said it's fucking awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Raid on the pirate ship. All right. Is This Thing On? I thought that looked good, but not like amazing or anything.
I don't think Will Arnett's going to put butts in seats, but okay.
He's not.
But it seems like he's playing a version of Bradley Cooper. The hair is almost the same, the hangdog look and the energy. It's just Bradley Cooper directing a movie about him.
Playing him.
Yeah, he's playing him. He just didn't want to cast himself because he already did Maestro. You know what I'm saying?
I just like the idea of them like swapping like roles. Like this would normally be the Will Arnett role. I'm going to play that role now, and you're going to play my role.
Yeah, I'll play the goof. It looks like Mark Maron almost in that getup that he's wearing, which I think is hilarious.
Yeah.
Al, what about the Hamnet trailer, Chloe Zhao trailer with Jesse Buckley and Paul McCartney?
Beautifully shot. It's gorgeous. It's so delectable.
Listen here. Listen here. Yeah. That looks amazing to me. I loved
it. Yeah, I don't, I'm selling a Shakespeare book. Let me know if you want it. It just, I don't know. It looks like a fucking kind of boring period piece a little bit.
You think so? A lot of people are talking about this being a dark horse for Best Picture. I've seen that on the internet.
I've seen those reports as well, and Variety is really pushing that narrative, at least right now. I don't know if it's because it's like, let's choose a movie that's not going to win and like give it the front runner status that nobody wants. It's like the War Horse or something. I don't really expect it to be in the mix, to be honest.
Okay. All right. I just didn't know if you had seen all of these. What's another one that? Did you see the All of You one? The one with what's his face from Ted Lasso?
Yes, I did. I did. That actually, I mean, looks like a nice little romance. They look like believable leads together.
Yeah. I'm curious to see if that's going to be a good one. And there's another Nuremberg teaser. I'm a little concerned that they're only dropping teasers for this one, Jeff, and not full trailers. Are they just afraid? What's the situation?
Yeah, really. It's like, let's get some character posters going. I want an Eichmann poster. Like, what? You can't follow. Yeah, you can't really like use the traditional marketing playbook for a movie like Nuremberg.
Bring me the Eichmann poster.
Harris Dickinson's movie Urchin. Urchin. Sorry.
Yeah. What do you think of that one?
Yeah, that looked okay.
Yeah, I thought it looked fine. I think I might be in on that one.
That kid's supposed to be good, Frank Delane.
Yeah, but it says something though that he's already moved on to doing that stuff, doesn't it? That he's already directing. That's kind of amazing that he's already kind of opening the door to that as a young actor still on the come up.
He's the kind of guy you should like keep an eye on for Bond. If they don't go with a movie star, like a guy like Frank Delane could come from out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, I guess that's a good point. Yeah, that could work.
I could see that kid getting something big. What else was there?
Any other trailers?
God, The Lowdown. Did you see that trailer with Ethan Hawke?
Oh yes, that looked good. I was surprised. That looked damn good. What did you think?
No, it looked interesting. It looked, quirky, like I would expect from Sterling Harjo, the creator of Reservation Dogs. Did we get a Gacy trailer too? Or
you did. I just saw that one this morning. That one looks super fucking good, man.
I can't talk about it. I stayed up till 1 a.m. last night. I've seen half this show now.
What?
I'm gonna watch the other half soon.
Shit.
It's a lot to be in Gacy land.
I need to get a Peacock subscription.
I can't talk about it yet.
I need to get a Peacock subscription or a Peacock connection because I saw that trailer and immediately wanted to start episode 1 because it looks really well cast, really well shot, and it looks like it's really going to explore like how insane this fucking story is. The documentary I watched a couple of years ago was amazing. I can't bring myself to watch the tapes one because that dude's voice is going to creep me the fuck out listening to it. So I don't want to watch that doc yet. But this looked good. This looked very good. All right, Jeff, we've delayed it long enough. Let's get to the James Gunn portion of the show. What can we talk about here going on from James Gunn with Batman? He addressed this week that Chris Pratt will not be playing Batman. He said, Chris Pratt, Batman, no. As another thing, absolutely, yes. He also, once again, went in on the Batman situation being fluid. Overall about how he's approaching this whole situation. He is saying we'll have to see what we're doing with Batman and figuring that out. So obviously we know we know some basics about where it's going with Batman, but we're also figuring some things out. So everything is fluid. Your thoughts on this, brother? Anything to say on this?
What is there to say that he's not casting Chris Pratt? I didn't expect him to. I didn't expect he would repeat himself.
Right.
After Guardians. What's the other part of it?
That he said that the whole thing is fluid, and that he's still
fluid. Still fluid. Interesting.
How could it be fluid if he knew what he was doing and he made a big announcement?
Very interesting that things are fluid.
Yeah, man. So after this comment, because it's on Screen Rant and it's on YouTube, this interview you did with him, to me, this feels like if you're still figuring it out and it's still fluid. Now, I know you could look at it on a macro level and go, well, that's just what you say because you haven't put everything in motion just yet. So you don't want to say too much because you don't want to overcommit. But he announced the Batman Brave of the Bold with the first announcement he ever announced when he was head of DC. So the idea that they're still figuring this out and that they have the basics down, but everything is fluid, that to me is opening the door to more and more of this Pattinson being in the DCU happening, for God's sake.
Door's open, baby. Never say never. I don't know. I'm just waiting for David Zaslav to come put his foot down.
I think he already has put his foot down, but Gunn negotiated that they could slow roll that out so he doesn't give ammunition to everybody who said Pattinson is totally going to be part of it. So
I don't know anything. 6 people in the world know that thing.
Did you see Colin Farrell was asked by Josh Horowitz if he's the 7th person to read the script? I thought that was great. That tells you that other people laugh at that comment from James Gunn that only 6 people have read the script. Even Josh, if you have Josh Horowitz low-key passively aggressively coming after you, you know that you've crossed that line into ridiculousness with one of your comments. So.
And yes, we saw earlier, the clip that went viral with the person saying, the interviewer at the junket being like, "Oh, Zoe, this isn't a question about Batman."
Yes.
Clearly backing up that he'd been told, don't ask such questions.
That's my brother, Chris Killian, over there at comicbook.com. Yeah. Chris is great. I love his interviews. Big champion of Chris. And so that absolutely exposed what you were saying. And I think Chris watches our show sometimes. So maybe Chris might have low-key been reconfirming your scoop in his own crafty way. So, yeah. I know. If people come after you, brother, they have no idea how many connections you have on all this. It's so frustrating sometimes. All right. Oh, let's talk about your Kobe scoop. Talk about this Kobe scoop that dropped over the weekend. A biopic being made about Kobe Bryant, please.
Kobe.
What the fuck was that?
That was my 2-4.
Oh, respect. Okay.
Anyways, I don't know which way it looked on. I was confused. Yes, Kobe Bryant, big scoop. This was what I was been teasing for the last month.
Yeah.
And it was tough, man. I had JTE's birthday dinner, like breathing down my throat at 5:00.
Yes.
And by 4:00, I can tell you I had not decided whether or not to post it or not.
Wow. Okay. And
the fact that it was Kobe's birthday the next day.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit, maybe. But ultimately, I felt like I had been fair to everybody.
Okay.
You know, I felt like I had kept my word and kept at my end of the bargain. And I honestly didn't think that all the trades would be able to confirm it so quickly on, like, you know, that late on a Friday.
Right.
I think that was one reason I didn't hold it, was because I thought, well, if I wait like for a director to board this project, like by then it'll be in such good shape that the studio will want to like tell the trades about it.
Oh yeah.
I felt like, oh, maybe I'm like, you know, sneaking this one past them, but the trades all followed really quickly. It was definitely frustrating to see like some of the biggest places like ESPN or, you know, Sports Illustrated, whatever it was, you know, crediting Deadline or crediting Variety. But yeah, I think it's like leaving the Scoopy bullshit aside, right? I think it's an interesting way to tell Kobe's story. Before I talk more about it, John, what did you think?
I love the idea. I think it's time. I think it's you know, people Kobe's, how can I say this? The appreciation for Kobe has only increased as the years have gone by since his death. You have people like Shaq and other people saying, like, if you don't have Kobe in your top 5, you don't know shit about basketball. Like, you're seeing a lot of people coming forward talking about the ferocity of Kobe Bryant, the talent of Kobe Bryant, the impact of Kobe Bryant. And so to me, I think it's a no-brainer to make a biopic about Kobe Bryant. Now, are they going to deal with Kobe Bryant warts and all? Especially around that rape accusation and all of that.
One, it's not a biopic. It's not a biopic.
What did the article say? What did you say?
You didn't read my article, did you?
I did, of course, but I can't. It was a week ago. What did you say on it?
I said that this script with the 8th pick is about the 2 weeks leading up to the 1996 NBA draft.
Right.
So it has nothing to do with Colorado. It has nothing to do with Vanessa. It has nothing to do with the helicopter crash.
Oh, I see.
He's a teenager. He's a kid. He's like 18 years old.
Right. And all the hype that went with all that.
Right.
So it's almost like Air, where they're focusing on the
Exactly, but he's not in the shadows like Michael Jordan was, Michael Jordan was in Air. He's definitely going to have a much larger presence in this movie. Like, you know, it will be an actor with lines and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The lead character, though, because Kobe was famously drafted 13th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the movie's called With the 8th Pick. So everyone's like, oh, with the 8th pick. Yeah. Kobe Bryant was drafted. It's like, no, that's actually not what happened. And that's why the movie's, I think, is interesting because it was about the Nets chickening out. Now, they claim that, like, he like, you know, bluffed.
Yes.
And they were, like, afraid to call his bluff because it was Calipari's first year there.
Yeah.
As the coach of the Nets, but the lead character is John Nash, the GM of the Nets.
I remember John Nash.
Him, like, you know, meeting with Jelly Bean Bryant and like talking about the terms of signing Kobe, and ultimately they just didn't pull the trigger. And it's like obviously a huge mistake that changed the course of NBA history.
Yeah,
he changed the game forever.
But yeah, like I said, it's like Air because that focused on Sonny Vaccaro, which is who Matt Damon played. But you're right from your scoop, obviously, that Kobe is going to be a bigger presence. But it's a way of using someone else into that person's story, right? Like using Sonny to get into Michael Jordan's story, using John Nash, who was also general manager of the Washington Wizards for a while, to go into Kobe Bryant's story. So I find that to be fascinating as well, you know. Yeah, people forget he was taken by the Charlotte Hornets first with the 13th pick and then traded to the Lakers. But the article said you also said project is described as having elements of Moneyball, The Social Network, and as I said, Air. It's detailing the pivotal process during which slightly different decisions could have changed the NBA's future. What do you know about these people at Star Thrower Entertainment, Ryan Stoll for Religion of Sports, Gotham Chapter? Like, are these? I mean, this is co-founded Religion with Tom Brady and Michael Strahan. So, is this going to be very much a? How can I say this? Like a rising up of Kobe, a raising up of Kobe all over again, and this from an earlier time in his life.
Again, I think it's a movie that celebrates that he was great and that people saw it early on. But you know, there were obviously machinations behind the scenes.
Yeah,
you steer him towards Los Angeles. And like, you know, his shoe contract was going to be worth a lot more if he was a Laker than if he was
right,
a New Jersey net,
right.
and that influences things. Like, again, what does it all come down to, as we say every week here on the Hot Mic? Money, right? And Kobe could make a lot more money on one team than the other.
Kind of love this idea. Oh, we'll see what happens with that. All right, Jeff, let's move on to what we talked about, focusing on the show here with, we're going to do a top 5. What are we doing? Our top 5 movies of the summer. Is that what we're doing here?
Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Let's dance.
It's not a movie draft, right? We have our top 5 movies.
It's competitive. We don't need to always be competitive.
I know you're always trying to win. You won last time, which really irked me as I rewatched that thing.
Okay, so I really had 6 movies, but if you'll allow me an honorable mention, I'll dish it out.
Sure, go ahead. You want to do it at the end, or do you want to do your honorable mention now?
I think I'll start at 5 and work my way down.
Okay, sounds good. Are you just going to say them all, or are we going one by one?
We can go by one by one. Do you have an honorable mention or no?
I can throw in an honorable mention.
Okay.
By the time we get to that point.
My honorable mention is going to be Weapons.
Fuck off. Okay. All right.
Fair what do you mean? You think it's definitely top 5, or you think
my
like
number one? Weapons is my number 1 movie of the summer.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, I really liked Weapons, but there are movies that I think I have revisited and will revisit maybe a little bit more often. I don't know if it's like, one of those movies where now that once you know the mystery, does it really hold up?
Right.
To repeat viewings.
Okay. All right. I think it does because of the performances, but that's just me.
I'd love to see it again. Don't get me wrong. I think it's worth another viewing, but I just don't know if it's a movie I'm going to keep going back to, like some of the movies in my top 5.
And we should say, right, like summer movies are from May, the first weekend of May to the last weekend of August. So we could technically qualify Roses and whatever else is coming out here this weekend, but I don't think they qualify necessarily for our list. So, all right. So what's your number? That's your number 5.
That's my honorable mention.
Oh, it's your honorable mention. Sorry. Okay. So
that's your honorable mention.
Come back to me. Hold on. Let me see what I've got. Oh yeah. Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning, I would say is my honorable. No, Thunderbolts, right? Thunderbolts came out in the summer, right? So yeah. I'll put Thunderbolts in my honorable mention. That's Thunderbolts.
Okay. That's worthy of an honorable mention. All right. I'll go number 5 first.
Okay.
My number 5 is a movie I've already seen twice.
Okay.
And I think does hold up to repeat viewings, and it features maybe the best performance alongside Amy Madigan in Weapons that I saw all summer.
Okay.
And that is Jai Courtney in Dangerous Animals. Dangerous Animals fucking ruled. Did you see it?
I have not seen it yet.
Dude, he eats that performance up. He's a serial killer who kills like on the sea and feeds people to sharks. It's fucking great.
Wow. I did see one scene where he kind of invites the couple onto his boat and immediately kills the dude, and she's just like in utter shock about what's happening. That's a brutal scene.
Yeah,
that's a brutal scene.
The beginning. That's how it opens.
Yeah. Woo. Okay. All right.
Got the can. It was like a Cannes midnight movie. There's only like 3 of those.
Yeah. Right next to Midnight Meat Train. My number 5 is Fantastic Four. I thought it was a damn good movie. Definitely holds up. I've seen it 3 times now in the theaters. I really enjoyed that movie. It's not as strong on rewatches, but that sequence in space is still crazy enjoyable. So that's my number 5. Okay. What's your 4?
Number 4 is going to be Splitsville.
Oh, the Dakota Johnson. I've not seen that. That's out in theaters now.
That is the funniest movie that I've seen all year, I think. Yeah, that beats Naked Gun and Friendship to me. Just a really good movie from Michelangelo Cavino and Kyle Marvin. I'm trying to be posting an interview with them tomorrow.
Nice.
Newsletter for all subscribers. I just think that those guys are like so funny. Do you know anything about what it's about?
No, I don't. I just saw a clip of Dakota
Johnson, and Adria Arjona, and like, Adria Arjona asked Kyle Marvin for a divorce, and then he winds up sleeping with Dakota Johnson, and it like sets off like this chain reaction of like polyamory, and is whether that's the right way to go.
Wow, polyamory, I kind of like it.
Yeah, a lot of nudity.
Well, Dakota loves that kind of stuff, right? Wasn't she?
Nudity.
Yeah. All right, so then my number 4 is How to Train Your Dragon, the live action version. I thought that movie was so much fun. I couldn't believe how much I enjoyed it. I couldn't believe how much of a great interpretation it was from animation to live action. I thought the kid who was cast the lead was really good. The girl plays, she was fantastic. And Gerard Butler, that rare actor who voices the character and then actually appears on screen as the character as well. Kind of like Katie Sackhoff with Bo-Katan in Star Wars. I thought he did an exceptional job. And I thought the special effects were absolutely phenomenal. Just so believable with what you were seeing, man. It seemed seamless. So I really enjoyed the film, and it put a smile on my face by the end. There you go.
So believable. I think that dragon's right in front of me.
Hey, man, it's about the suspension of disbelief. You know that.
Okay.
All right, what's your 3?
My 3 has a 1 in it, and that's F1.
Nice.
F1 was really fucking good. It wasn't Top Gun Maverick good, but just a goddamn good time at the movies featuring a goddamn fucking movie star named Brad Pitt. And Damson Idris was really good. The music was really good. Everything of it, like the visually, fucking just top of the line, old school Hollywood production.
Yeah.
Is that 5?
Huh? No, that's my number 2. F1 is my number 2. I 100% agree with you. I really love the movie.
So your number 2.
It's not my number 1 because there are things that I think could have improved the movie in the back half of the movie that they could have done a little bit better. So I kind of knock it for that. And I don't like how Damson Idris gets sidelined as the movie goes along. So there's a criticism I have with him. But it is a damn good movie. And I thought Kerry Condon, like, it is a crime that Kerry doesn't book more mainstream films. Her work in Banshees and Inisherin, her work in F1, her work in the Marvel Universe. I mean, she's just a damn good actress. And so seeing her play a role I've never seen her play before like this, I thought she was essential to the movie's success, so really enjoyed that film as well. And the racing sequences were out of this world and very believable. My 3 then. Oh, go ahead.
Number 3, because that's like, we know you're 2 and 1 at this point, right?
Yeah, you do. My 3 is Superman.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, come on, you got to put it on the list. It is such a good film and such an enjoyable film. And as opposed to Fantastic Four, it's one that you enjoy more and more in multiple rewatches, and you really savor how good that film is and the populist filmmaking instincts of James Gunn that come throughout the movie. Yes, some of the jokes don't work. Some of the writing is a little occasionally wonky, and you have big questions about the Jor-El stuff. But Corn Sweat is so great. Brosnahan is so great. It's just a damn good movie, and it's a perfect summer movie. And if it was just a little bit better, it would have made number 1. But it's 3 for me.
Yeah, it is not on my list.
What? No.
I liked Superman, but it definitely was not one of the best movies of the summer. At number 2, I have Together. Did you see?
I have not seen that yet. No, that's out on streaming. I'm catching up on all these movies very soon.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, I think it's going to play very well at home too. I would like to see it again. I just thought it was a really effective little body horror movie with Alison Brie and Dave Franco. It really helped that they play a real life couple. It says some interesting things about codependence. Just an example of like elevated horror that really works, in my opinion.
What do you think about people that use that term? Some people get really upset when you say elevated horror, Jeff. I personally don't.
Do they get really upset? Do they get triggered?
They do. I don't care. I love using elevated horror because it's fucking true. But people do get upset about that nonsense. It's mind blowing to me. I got to see Together. That's a great point. All right. So what's your number 1?
What is my number 1? Okay. This is easy, obviously, if you've been reading me all summer. It is Final Destination Bloodlines. I mean, literally, just a fucking great time at the movies. Delivers exactly what you want from it. If you're buying a ticket to Final Destination Bloodlines and you come out of there disappointed, there's something wrong with you. It delivers exactly what it said it was going to.
Yeah.
It's super entertaining. I had an absolute blast, and that, to me, is the movie of the summer.
Wow, strong statements there.
Those guys are going to get something big. Watch out for Stein and Lipovsky. They still haven't signed on to anything yet.
The Final Destination guys, they
movie made like $200-something million.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you're a success like that off a movie like that, you can take a little bit of a break before you decide on what your next project is. All right, so for you, it's Final Destination Bloodlines. For me, it's Weapons. These are our 2 movies of the summer here on the.
Good summer for New Line.
Yeah, right. Goodness gracious! Shout out to them. All right. Well, what else? Oh yeah, one last thing, brother. We should talk about this. What do you think about this? Ridley Scott says he's got his next film. Says The Battle of Britain is his next movie. In a new interview with The Guardian, he says he knows his next film is The Battle of Britain, the project that he teased last year. It is not the much delayed Bee Gees biopic, which was supposed to shoot this fall. Jeff, we've been talking ad nauseum about that Bee Gees biopic, but Battle of Britain is written by Joe Penhall and tackles the 1940 air campaign in which the RAF and the FAA defended the UK against the Nazis. With Steve McQueen's Blitz having already somewhat explored this historic event, Scott isn't waiting to see how others handle it. He says it's my next film, but he also said in the same interview that he is working on Gladiator 3. Jeff, do we need a Gladiator 3 for fuck's sake? Well, what do you think about Battle of Britain?
We definitely don't need a Gladiator 3. Please, for the love of God, don't turn it into the next Alien franchise. Listen, as for the Bee Gees, I would kind of like to see a Bee Gees movie.
Me too.
Right. But as far as Ridley Scott goes, like, I'm just glad he's staying alive.
Get out. Get the fuck out of here. No more gummy bears for you. Put the bag down. But what do you think about this Battle of Britain situation? Are people clamoring for a World War II movie? Blitz did not do well in the theaters.
I need more battles in Britain. This has been a lifelong passion project, I think, for him. It's been going for a while.
Yeah.
And he typically accomplishes what he sets his mind out to. He's still fucking Ridley Scott.
Yeah.
So I would imagine that if he is actually focused on making this his next movie, it will get done.
Do you believe him when he said also in the same interview that he turned down a $20 million fee to direct Terminator 3 Rise of the Machines? Or do you think that's more?
Yeah, I fucking believe him. He's Ridley Scott. I think he's lying about that. It's probably
Ridley doesn't like the smell of his own farts. So, I mean, I would not be surprised if he's saying this stuff a little bit, and maybe some of the executives who are around are no longer even in the business to maybe counter it. And how many executives come out and go, well, the director is wrong. We never offered him that much. That's madness. Most people don't want to take that on. So Ridley can say this shit, but there's no way to prove this shit, is there?
He doesn't know how to lie, my friend. All right.
Yeah, he said he asked for 20 million because Arnie was getting 20 million, and he wanted to say if he could get 20 million from the studio. And when they said yes, this is his quote. He goes, I thought, quote, fuck me, the director said, but then he realized he couldn't do it. It's not my thing. It's doing a James Bond movie. The essence of a Bond movie is fun and camp. Terminator is pure comic strip. I would try to make it real. That's why they've never asked me to do a Bond movie, because I could fuck it up.
I'd fuck it up, mate.
I don't know. We'll see. 20 million makes sense, but Ridley likes to embellish, shall we say. I've never met a director who doesn't like to embellish, Jeff. So,
you know what? I can forgive him. He's a goddamn sir.
Yeah, he is a sir. All right. Anything more you want to talk about, brother, or shall we move on to the questions? What's your feeling here?
I think it's question time.
All right. Let's do it. That Shadow says, I saw James Gunn say something like, we'll figure it out when it comes to Batman. And I'm just at like, how do you not have an idea by now? Jeff?
Don't ask us. Ask one of the 6 people.
Yes. Who've read the script.
Yeah. Hey, I've said my piece on what's going on.
I agree. Wiley Todd says, I don't like Johnny Depp, but just watching Finding Neverland for the first time, and it's the best I've ever seen him. Fantastic movie. Oh, I agree. I think he's so good in that movie. I really, him and Kate are great in that movie.
Listen, we can all say Johnny Depp was good in Finding Neverland. Sure, I'll go that far. But if you're saying it's the best you've ever seen him, Wiley Todd, the best you've ever seen Johnny Depp was in Finding Neverland? Come on.
Yeah. What's your nomination? Donnie Brasco or
Edward Scissorhands, like a normal person?
Oh my God.
Please. He's incredible in Edward Scissorhands. You think someone else could have played Edward Scissorhands?
Yeah, Jim Carrey could have played Edward Scissorhands.
No way could he have played it. Dude, that is insane. No.
I cannot hug you. I have scissors for fingers.
No way could Jim Carrey have pulled that performance off at that age.
How dare you? How dare Tom Cruise could have played. Oh, Tom Cruise Edward Scissorhands would have been amazing. Put that up. Let's see. Dennis Hoffman. What's up, Dennis? Good to see you. Says Jeff, did they actually make a Matchbox car movie by the guy who directed Extraction? Why? Wouldn't a director like that have more options?
He's got the option to make money, Dennis.
Yeah, Dennis.
They waved a bunch of money and a checkered flag, and they said, "Come get it." Hey, it's John Cena. Every guy likes to like make a movie about fast cars doing crazy shit.
Yeah.
I don't know. It kind of makes sense to me. Why don't be so quick to dismiss it? We haven't seen anything from it.
Yeah. Also, not everyone can be Ridley Scott turning down $20 million for a movie. You know, you make your money where you can in this crazy business. Cloud says, on a road trip to Chicago for My Chemical Romance. Thanks for keeping me entertained on this drive, fellas. Nice. Enjoy my good. Watch out.
Good luck to you.
Fantastic 314 says, Hey, Hot Mike, remember the Herschel Walker trade? This ain't it. Oh, no, it isn't. Have you been watching the Cowboys doc? I bet you know.
I watched it. I watched the whole thing. It was great.
I know. I'm 6 episodes in. I got to finish it. It's so effing good. And I hate the Cowboys.
It's not just the stories that they have, though. It's the way that they're presented, right?
Yes.
I really like the music and like the graphics and right. Like, I mean, Jerry is also just like a fucking gold mine.
Talk about a guy who maybe fledges the truth a little bit. There's Jerry Jones, for God's sake.
But like, you know, everyone's like, "Oh, I can't talk about that. I can't talk about that. I can't talk about that." And Jerry was like, "Let's fucking talk about it."
Yeah, like, no problem. I'm surprised they got so many of the guys from that era. Dave Wanstead, Norv Turner, the 49ers, Carmen Policy. Like, it was fascinating to see how many guys, Jerry Rice, Steve Young, they got to be.
They go all in. Yeah.
If
you're going to make something like this, you got to go after everybody you can get.
100%. 100%.
You know, I don't know why anybody would have, backed out. It's just like the Celtic City. It's like a definitive piece of work.
Yeah. AJ Honey says, as the industry changes before our eyes, what's the biggest concern regarding cinema for both of you? And what's the most exciting thing regarding cinema? My concern is AI. Well, get over your concern, bud, because that is only going to get bigger. That's not going to diminish. What are your thoughts, Jeff?
It's a good question. AI, obviously it's a concern, right? But I feel like it's a little blown out of proportion, and it's also like, I don't know who's clamoring. Like, what's the market for that?
Teenagers. That's the market for AI. 100%.
Yes, it's like, I don't know. I just okay. Let me think. What's the biggest concern regarding cinema?
Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll go first then. If you want time to think about it. I think it's the rising disrespect moviegoers have for the movie-going experience. That's my biggest concern regarding cinema. There's always going to be good movies. There's always going to be great sound. There's always going to be great screens to show these movies on. It's the fact that more and more people go to the movies to act like assholes instead of respectfully acting like human beings and having courtesy for their fellow human beings when they go to these movies. That stuff is on the rise, and less families are going to go to these theaters because they're dealing with these people who act like assholes in movie theaters. And that's going to be the big concern I have when it comes to movies.
I think it's the old guard.
Oh, okay. Explain. What do you mean by that?
I think that the movie industry needs new leadership. And it's literally the same people who have been in power since I got to town 20 years ago.
Yeah.
I think we got to get some new blood in there because it affects everything. It affects the kinds of movies that are being made, who's being hired to make them.
Yeah.
To me, I just feel like a general safety out there in movies. I don't see people making movies like Requiem for a Dream. Since Aronofsky's movie comes out tonight, I've been thinking about him a little bit lately, and just people like really like taking big swings. We saw the Daniels obviously do it and win an Oscar, win a bunch of Oscars for fucking everything everywhere. But like Have you ever seen the press shots that those guys send out?
No. Why?
They're fucking insane. Okay. If you like go look up press about the Daniels, the photos that come up with them sometimes are like it'll be like them with their eyes closed or one of them with their eyes closed.
Okay.
Like they're just like goofing, and I think that you need to be a fucking like people need to be a little bit weirder and be less afraid to let their freak flag fly, because it takes all kinds. We need all kinds of different artists. We need fucking Vincent Gallows of the world. Like a weird person to bring up right now, but like, where's that person?
How can you do that in a time when everything is being monitored and everything is being like, if you make anything that's remotely anti-establishment, there's a big fear and concern from the studio. So it's going to have to be the independent distributors, independent filmmakers, independent film studios that are going to be able to make those kinds of movies. So I hear you. I mean, you think A24 is really the place to go and do that kind of stuff, but there are other smaller studios that are popping up, or smaller distribution arms that are popping up that can make that happen. So
even guys who aren't for me, John, like Harmony Korine.
Yeah.
What the fuck is Harmony Korine doing? Making movies with like babies and like not in thermal vision. Like
yeah.
I'm just like, dude, this guy, even though he's not my cup of tea, is the type of original voice that independent cinema kind of needs.
We used to have it, right? What, Todd Haynes, Salons. We used to have these guys that put even
right, exactly. He can't get financing these days. John Waters can't get financing.
No, David Lynch couldn't get financing these days from his movies from the beginning. Yeah, it's harder and harder for sure. AJ Honey says again, today is my 22nd birthday. Happy birthday. Happy 22. I've been watching you guys since 2015. I started film school 2 weeks ago. Thank you guys for inspiring me since I was 12. Well, I'll be damned, Jeff.
Happy birthday. Rocha, what excites you about the industry, though? We didn't actually answer the second half.
Oh, sorry. Hold on, AJ. We'll answer your other questions first. What's the most exciting thing regarding cinema? Shit. I guess that we're still getting new voices popping through, even though, as Jeff said, we may not be getting the most rebellious, adventurous voices. We're still getting new voices popping through, creating some interesting art that challenges us as viewers. So I'm still glad that that's still happening. So that's exciting to me.
The system still works.
Yeah.
From like, making an indie and going the festival route and then being tapped to make your studio movie. And like, I don't know, it's just, even though the like windows have collapsed and obviously a lot of shit has changed in terms of like distribution.
Yeah.
The like development, yes, it's changed, but at the same time, like, spec sales are hot again, right? Like there's been spec sales lately.
Yeah.
Things are kind of coming back, or they're just settling. The dust is settling after the strike.
Right. I'll throw another thing out there. I kind of like that they're finding new ways to show these movies. Having the Matrix at the Cosmopolitan, whatever that place is in LA. I know some people get mad about the Wizard of Oz at the Sphere, but it's about finding new ways to show these movies that take advantage of the current technology. And that's exciting. I don't care what people say. That's exciting to me. I don't have as much of a hang up on the AI and Wizard of Oz as other people do. I'm just happy that they're fucking screening Wizard of Oz, that people can still go and see these classic films and enjoy them. So, all right. So I'll say this on your birthday, motherfucker, we better be the first interview you do once you do a damn good movie. Let me just put that on the table right now, AJ. Don't have us go through your fucking publicist or your fucking team. You come on this show and you do the first interview the second you do a big Hollywood movie. All right. Reggie Brown says, is it time we readjust box office numbers? 450 is now 500, 500 is 600, 600 is 720. Anything over 850 is like $1 million, and $1 million is back to being the rare number. I think it means $1 billion is back to being the rare number. Jeff, what are your thoughts on this?
I don't know about all this, Reggie Brown, but certainly the studios need to revise their expectations for these movies, especially now that they can't count on China, and adjust the budgets accordingly.
Yeah. Okay. Fair point. Just a reminder, you haven't responded to my private chat, so if we get to a certain number, I will be releasing something. Max Law says, are the Safdie brothers on good terms currently? they broke up the team and have dueling sports films. Is this sibling rivalry or are they still on bad terms?
Rocha, I would veto that, by the way.
Okay.
Do that elsewhere. Do that on another show.
Oh, okay. Fair point. Maybe I'll do that on The Truth. Okay. Sounds good. What are your thoughts on this?
If you don't mind.
No, of course. Yeah.
Are the Safdies on good terms? I have no idea what the state of the Safdies relationship is. I mean,
okay.
And just because they're not making movies together doesn't mean that they aren't, like, talking to each other at family functions.
Right.
I think it is a natural sibling rivalry. I think that's only natural. And it's probably been going on for many, 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 many years. So I have no idea, but I have no insight as to where they are now.
Yeah. All right. Thoughts on Cody Hunt says thoughts on Simon Kinberg's comments about how his Star Wars movies will have a ton similar to Andor and Empire, a balance between epic and intimate. Well, here's what I'll tell you. That would be the first time I ever thought that about a Simon Kinberg movie, a balance between epic and intimate. So if he can strike that balance in Star Wars, I'm excited. But I don't necessarily have confidence that that's what it'll be. Jeff?
I didn't see Andor. I can't comment.
Oh, okay. All right. Max Law says are a Big Bold Journey and One Bell After Another DOA. Both are expensive with not much promotion. Late September releases. I think One Battle After Another has a way bigger chance to make money than Big Bold Journey. Jeff?
I think they're both DOA.
Yeah, you do? Okay. Yeah. All right.
Again, can't wait to see One Battle After Another.
Right.
It looks fucking great, but they clearly have no idea how to market it. I don't know if it can be marketed.
Okay.
And I think it's going to lose a lot of money.
All right. Jeremy Gould says Simon Bird is probably a voice. He's a Brit comedy actor from a show called The In-Betweeners. Star Wars likes a Brit comedian voicing a droid. Great show, guys. Oh, that's very possible.
There you go. Maybe.
There's your voice. Simon Bird. In-Betweener. Is it the Scottish guy? Is that the Scottish guy? Oh, no, it's a different guy. Oh, okay. I think I've seen this dude in something, but I can't remember what. All right. Fredtastic 342 question. Is there any scenario where Marvel's Secret Wars doesn't release or gets moved if Doomsday doesn't perform at the box office? What are your thoughts on this, Jeff?
No.
You don't think it's going to move at all, no matter what happens with Doomsday?
I don't think it's going to move. I don't think they have to worry about Doomsday at the box office. I think it'll be huge.
Okay.
I don't think that those movies will move.
Okay. What do you? There's been a movie added in 2027 before Secret Wars. What do you think that's going to be? A lot of people are speculating what that Marvel movie could be. A lot of people think Blade, maybe Doctor Strange. What are your thoughts?
I think it could be Blade.
Yeah, Blade is a possibility, I think. Especially if you're going to set up Midnight Suns as a team in Secret Wars, you want to start it out in a Blade movie, I would think. Jim Burton says, "Yo, Jeff, what the fuck is Life of Chuck? First act interesting, second act doesn't exist. Third act just wants to give you enough of a bump to get you the hell out of there. Flanagan is better than this."
It wasn't my cup of tea.
There you go. I haven't seen it, so
and it was amazing how many people just fell to their knees. And again, some of it is that these directors cultivate relationships of their own, as I have mine. But it's really just like, wow. It's funny.
Here, take it away. Take it yourself. I'll be back in a minute.
It's funny. I went to a Collider screening this week of The Long Walk. And, Frosty hooked it up with some tickets. And he's like, just so you know, like, if you're coming tonight, like, I have to be able to interview you after. I was like, no problem. So the movie ends, and I'm literally, me and my buddy, the first one out of the theater. And I was like, I got to do this interview. I can't leave Frosty hanging. So he sticks the microphone to my face, and Steve's just doing his job. And he's like, "What do you think?" And I found myself being more positive than I really was. And so I can see how, with the early reactions, they're always more positive. It's like this, first wave of positive reactions. But like when I got into the car and discussed the movie more with my buddy, I'm like, I guess you're right. I think I am more mixed than maybe I said on camera in the interview. So I just thought it was kind of an interesting thing that happened, where, of course, when somebody sticks the microphone, what am I supposed to say? Well, that movie sucked. Thanks for having me, Steve. Bye. I was like, oh yeah, it was this and it was that, and I liked it. When it was maybe a little bit disappointing. Yes, Jeff is a shill, confirmed. No, I was just.
Oops. There we go.
It's an interesting phenomenon. You probably missed it while you're taking a dump.
I was taking a pee, man. I had a lunch with Dan Murrell today in San Diego, and that one too many iced teas I just deposited there in the toilet. But yeah, Dan.
I was sharing an anecdote about how the real reaction to a movie, comes in the car ride home.
Yes, sure.
It can't just and that's why when publicists ask me what I think of movies when I leave theaters, I'm just like, oh, I'm not ready to discuss it. But I owed Frosty a reaction because he went to a Colliders. I went to a Collider screening this week, and I just felt myself being more positive than I maybe would be in print. And that's a chance to correct the record. I mean, I'm not even my video footage is going to see the light of day.
Yeah. Well, that's why I do. I don't mind doing out of theater reactions because people don't necessarily hold you to those reactions. It's when you do your reviews later, when you've had more time to think about it. But they're fun to do those reactions, but no one should take them like they're the actual reviews. Matt Sister McCall says, and Jeff, any predictions for Dexter Resurrection?
Is this the finale tonight? I don't even know how many there are. I thought there were 10, and
I don't know. You're the Dexter fan.
I have no idea if this is the finale or not. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm into the show. I like it.
Are you sad that they canceled the prequel?
Not at all. I think so. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I think that Showtime would love to have a second Dexter show.
Okay.
And they're going to bring back this one for season 2.
Yeah.
It'll be season 2 of Dexter Resurrection, and it'll probably feature more characters from the past. I wouldn't, be surprised if Jennifer Garner showed up or whoever. So they'll have that show, and then they want a second show, but they didn't want 3 shows.
Right.
And I do think that the second show will end up being a Trinity Killer show.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
They announced that was in the works. I think that is the intention, is to make that, do a couple months on the air with that one, and then 4 or 5 months later you do Dexter Resurrection season 2, whichever one comes first. Who knows? Maybe one sets up the other, but you didn't really need Original Sin. That kid was okay, Patrick Gibson, but it was how much teenage Dexter do we need?
Yeah. To me, I liken it to the Wallander series. For those of you who've seen the Wallander series with Kenneth Branagh, they try to do a young Wallander series, and the kid they cast it was just not the same magic in any way, shape, or form. And I dipped out after the second season.
I had a girlfriend whose parents loved Wallander.
Yeah.
And all the time I'd be like, you guys want to watch some fucking Wallander tonight? Fucking Wallander?
I just love his cell phone. No one else has a fucking ring like that.
This is fucking Wallander.
Matt Maker Studio. I enjoyed the show earlier with Steph on Christian's channel. You should steal her for your show. Steph was a lot of fun today.
Steph who? Sabra?
Yeah, she was on the show.
Girl. Oh my God.
She's the best. If we could ever convince her to be on the show, we'd love to have her every once in a while for sure.
I couldn't handle it. I'd pass out. Oh, get a little flush.
Drew Salazar says, loving the show from Austin. Nice. What are some classics that are overrated to y'all? Gone with the Wind is always my number one answer to this question. Jeff,
Gone with the Wind. Jesus Christ. How about Mulholland Drive
and
and The Ringer daring to put Naomi Watts at number 1 of the 21st century, which is only the kind of stark raving mad opinion that I might hear from one of the unhoused gentlemen outside of my home.
I am just shocked at that Ringer listing of ranking Naomi Watts in Mulholland Falls. There is nothing Naomi Watts does in that movie that I haven't seen her do in 10 other fucking movies, man. A Daniel Day-Lewis in There Would Be Blood. That is the performance of the fucking century current century. It's madness to me they put that at number 2. And this is the problem now that I think I have with these lists, is a lot of these fucking critics are pandering to be safe. We got to put a woman at the top. Got to put a black person at the top. We got to, like, what's the fucking honest truth? Daniel Day-Lewis is the fucking answer, and there is no question about it. And it's madness to even consider anyone else as the number one choice. It's just crazy to me. We had the same thing happened when Variety just did this 60. What did they? Was it best superhero? I forget what it was. The superhero performances. It drove me nuts. Where they had the listing of the super.
Trying to enrage people, John.
Yeah, I guess. But it's here it is. Yeah, The Ringer did it as well. The best superhero movie performances of the 21st century. And at number 1, they had Heath Ledger, totally fine. Number 2, Hugh Jackman Wolverine. Number 3, Willem Dafoe. Number 4, Tony Stark. Number 5 was Angela Bassett. But here's who they omitted from this list. Chadwick Boseman in Black Panther. What? Margot Robbie, Robert Pattinson as Bruce Wayne. These are to me, it's crazy. The decisions they make on all. The Josh Brolin as Thanos was an honorable mention. So man, it's madness to me on so many levels. But whatever, it is what it is, man. All right, let's move on to Lobo. Sorry if this isn't appropriate for the show, but you two have never been afraid to voice your opinions. What are your thoughts on Israel and Gaza? Go someplace else. No comment. Go someplace else for that. That's anybody who's trying to tell you they understand this situation, that it goes back to the fucking Bible, for God's sakes. You can have an opinion, absolutely, but you can but you can also say, I don't know enough to comment on it. And people coming after Alexander Payne for him saying that at the film festival, I think is such weak sauce shit. The guy you have a right to scream it from the rooftops. And he has a right to say, I don't want to talk about it. I don't know enough about it. I don't feel I can have an opinion on it. I think he has a right to do that, Jeff. I don't know why people got upset at him, Thoughts on the Savant trailer from Apple TV, Jeff? The Jessica Chastain trailer. We didn't mention that one.
Well, it's hard to say when I've seen the whole show.
Oh, okay. All right.
I mean,
are you under embargo?
Yeah, I'm under embargo. It's a good trailer. Good trailer.
There you go.
Jessica Chastain.
Ray John Clyde says, first time I've watched a live hot mic, so wanted sport. Thank you, Ray John. Also, any new info on The Housemaid or Ridley Scott's comments on his third Alien prequel?
It's just what we need. More Alien movies, more Alien content. We don't get enough. Any new info on The Housemaid? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. No, I don't really have any new info. Is the trailer out there?
I don't know. I didn't see if the trailer's out there.
I saw it at CinemaCon. It looked good. It was a good trailer. I don't know if I've heard the best things about it, but we'll see.
Okay. Thank you, Ray John, for sending your support in, brother. We appreciate it.
Did you hear that Rajon Rocha is the best fantasy or flag football quarterback in the country?
I did not know that, but no surprise. The man is so intelligent.
That's nuts.
Not surprised. So smart. He can read defenses, no problem. And he's a good passer. He's always been a good passer, Jeff. Eddie Aledia says, how was Mark Hamill in Long Walk, Jeff?
He was good, but he just bark. He's not like, he might as well just be on a megaphone the whole time.
Yeah. It's funny. It's a good segue to announce that Adam Hlavak and I are hosting a screening of A Long Walk here in San Diego next Wednesday. If you're in San Diego, both Adam and I have tweeted out the link to get passes to come see the movie. We are going to host a post-screening Q&A discussion, be about 30 minutes talking about the movie. So if you want to hang out with Adam and I live, head on over there to the links in our social media to see it. Lobo, how many Gaza war movies are we going to get in the coming years? Like we got Holocaust movies? I don't know. Depends on how many they want to greenlight.
Probably not that many, because not a lot of people would show up to that, because
awesome.
Past that period.
Lobo says, Rocha, I was reading about Chavez Ravine. Could be a Chinatown-esque movie. What Latino director would you want to make it? Del Toro, Iñárritu, Cuarón? Probably Cuarón. And there's a fantastic plays that have been done. Was it Culture? I think Culture Clash is the name of the group. Like years and years ago, I remember they did a whole play on the removal of the Mexican residents in the Chavez Ravine area, the Chicano residence area, to make room for the Dodger Stadium. It's a pretty brutal story. So, yeah, absolutely. I could see it being a movie down the road. Max Law says, any thoughts on the anniversary trailer with Phoebe Dynevor? Any good buzz? She's a good actress, in my opinion. I didn't see it, Jeff.
I think it looks good. Yeah, Anniversary. I'm looking forward to that one. That's the one with Diane Lane and Kyle Chandler and Dylan O'Brien.
Oh, okay.
I like those kinds of domestic thrillers. Be careful who you let around your family.
Speaking of which, what do you think of Rebecca De Mornay's comments going after the hand that rocks the cradle?
What did she say, John? I mean, don't choke over there. But
right, she said she was insulted by it.
Insulted? Why? She should be flattered that her movie was deemed worthy of a remake.
Hold on. I thought you knew, so let me bring it up here.
Yeah, sorry, I don't. All I knew is like when the movie would be coming out and
She
where.
said
That's
it
all.
felt like a betrayal to see this happening.
Why?
So she said that no one from the new cast or crew reached out to her about redoing the legendary film. She said, nobody. I found out about it, and I kind of joked that I was perturbed. It felt like a betrayal. Like, how dare you has somebody else playing that part? She's not boycotting the movie, though. She says, I'm actually kind of curious to see it, to see if they can live up to what we did. So there you go.
Spoiler alert, I don't think that they will. I hope that they do, but I mean, The Hand That Rocks the Cradle is like a fucking perfect thriller. It's so good.
All right, that shadow. And Jeff, any video game adaptation news?
No.
There you go.
Well, what video games?
I don't know. How about that Elden Ring situation with Alex Garland? 160 pages just to get them to let him do the movie.
I like it, dude. He's committed. He has a vision. Let's honor the man.
It's true. Doug Developer Award season is upon us. Hope we get some close Oscar races this year. I'll share some famous close races, and y'all tell me which performance you prefer. Here we go. Good Will Hunting, Robin Williams versus Burt Reynolds, Boogie Nights. Jeff.
It's a tough one, but I think that the right guy won. I think that Robin Williams deserved it.
I'll agree. And you'd be foolish to give it to someone who's just shit on your academy. Denzel Washington from Training Day, Russell Crowe, A Beautiful Mind.
I think the right guy won. I think Denzel was amazing in Training Day, and he caught a lot of shit for being on that Ringer list as high as he was, but he is amazing in that.
Yeah, agreed. Sean Penn, Mystic River over Bill Murray, Lost in Translation.
Is that my Oscar in there? No, it's not, Bill Murray. Sit down. This was Sean Penn's to win.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I think the better question is Mickey Rourke in The Wrestler. I would have taken him over Sean Penn in Milk. But in Mystic River, Sean, listen, some performances are so nakedly trying to get the Oscar, and then you just have to give in. And this is absolutely one of those performances. Kind of like Sandra Bullock in The Blind Side, where you're like, just give them the Oscar for God's sake, so they can just stop already. Yeah. Fantastic says top 5 summer movies: Weapons #1, Final Reckoning #2, Fantastic Four #3, Sketch #4. Nice choice. And #5, Thunderbolts.
I'm really pissed that I haven't seen Sketch, and then I'm probably not going to see it on the big screen.
Yeah.
I think there's literally one showtime here in Los Angeles that's left.
The Little Yankee says Last Starfighter making Mando and Grogu meaningless. 100% Rocha. Your commanders better squash Dallas now while my Giants battle them for last place. I think the Cowboys are going to be fine, man. They'll find somebody else to come in that spot. I just think they've got too much talent. The Cowboys are going to be fine.
Competitive this year, though.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
NFC is competitive.
Yeah. Alice Smitty says, hi, guys. What is your top performance of the 21st century? I'm sure it's Naomi Watts from Mulholland Drive, but if you had to choose a second to that, is it cheating to pick Gollum from Lord of the Rings? Thanks.
It's not cheating. I mean, that is a hell of a performance, no doubt.
Yeah.
Andy Serkis. I agree with Rocha that it's hard to deny Daniel Day-Lewis's work in There Will Be Blood. I think that is a tremendous performance. I really think that Casey Affleck's turn in Manchester by the Sea is like some of our greatest thing. Like that is like Brando-esque shit.
Bro, that is a great point. That is a great point. I love him in that movie. Ah, damn, that's a great choice. Cody Hunt says, I did not like Friendship. I like Tim Robinson's shtick in doses, brilliant in sketch form, but in a 90-minute movie, no thanks, just got annoying. I have to say I agree with that. I think Tim is good in doses. Too much Tim, and I don't want any more. Like Nathan Fiedler. Too much Nathan, I can't do it.
Yeah, I think he's like the wacky sidekick in a movie. I don't know if he's like a lead in his own movie. I did laugh out loud at Friendship a fair amount, but it did peter out as the movie went on. I don't think it sustained its concept for 90 minutes. It runs out of gas.
Yeah. Jeff, Jesus Christ. Hold on. I'm just so mad you got me going on this now. Yeah. Naomi Watts. They put Naomi Watts. Just to make it clear. They put Naomi Watts over Daniel Day-Lewis, over Philip Seymour Hoffman in The Master, over Kate Blanchett and Lydia in Tar. She's better in Tar than Naomi Watts is in Mulholland.
100% for sure. I don't get why either of those master performances are there, really.
Oh, how dare you? How fucking dare you, man?
I mean, I could see them in the top 101, but the top 10, no.
They put Naomi Watts over Javier Bardem as Anton Chigurh in No Country for Old Men.
They're trolling me with the very first entry on the list. Yeah. Do you remember who it was?
On the list?
Yes.
Oh, who was 101?
AG.
It was, yes, Kevin Garnett and Uncut Gems.
Okay. It's like, this isn't a serious list. Like, right off the bat, I feel like that's like the signal. Like, hey, don't take this too seriously.
Yeah. I mean, you put Naomi Watts over Heath Ledger's Joker, Denzel in Training Day, Eisenberg. Oh my God, in The Social Network. Get the fuck out of here. And of course, you got to throw Kirsten Dunst and Melancholia. Sometimes film critics are their worst fucking enemies with this.
Melancholia. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. You're going to put Kirsten Dunst's Melancholia performance over DiCaprio in Wolf of Wall Street, over Christoph Waltz's Hans Landa in Glorious. Get the fuck out of here.
They only let crazy people make lists these days.
It doesn't make any sense. I mean, Toni Collette's Hereditary, I would put over that fucking Magnolia performance or whatever it was. So yeah, madness, utter madness.
Everybody can make their own list, right? And everybody does. There's zillions of these lists across the internet, and I can make my own too.
Sure.
But it's that The Ringer wields such influence in the movie space, and you'd think that a publication like that, or Rolling Stone, or Variety, would take that responsibility a little bit more seriously.
And not let agendas get in the way of their rankings. Because it's clearly that they did, in my opinion.
It's insane who they allow to edit these things.
Dingus McNally says, what are the top 3 fall movies you guys are looking forward to? For me, it's Deliver Me from Nowhere, Tron Ares, Avatar, Fire and Ash. Jeff? Top 3.
John, I can't give it up. Where are the editors? Why doesn't an editor step in and be like, guys, are we sure we want to do Naomi Watts at number 1? Are we positive? Like, I don't have a veto here. Like, what is going on at these publications? Go on. Next question.
Isn't it Sean Fantasy who's the editor of this shit? Doesn't Sean have the final say at the end? Like,
the problem with who has the power of these publications.
Yeah. They should stay. They should not be able to cop out with the Ringer staff. Fuck you. You got strong opinions and you want to do these rankings? Then you need to name the people.
Names.
Yeah, name names. Say who was the final decision on all of them. Yeah.
Who to blame or who to credit. I like Miles Surrey over there. I'm sure he was involved, but I offered the Ringer the Kobe scoop, but nobody gets back to me. That's the problem with editors right there. Imagine if you were like an editor and somebody offered you that scoop, I'd listen.
Yeah,
I'd hear them out. No problem.
Craziness. Top 3 fall movies you're looking forward to, Jeff? Do you have any?
I'm looking forward to both Safdie movies. I can say that much.
Yeah, Smashing Machine and
I'm sure there's other exciting movies coming. Bigelow. I'm excited for the Bigelow.
Okay.
K Biggie.
Oh yeah, hers. No trailer yet. We're waiting for that trailer.
Dun-dun-dun.
Yeah, I would say Predator, Badlands. I would say Tron Ares. I agree with that. Avatar, come on, those are just movies I watch. And the Springsteen film, yeah, I would put the Springsteen film in consideration for that.
For Springsteen,
yeah, I hope that's fucking good. All right, where are we at here? Oh, okay, Nathan Drake, any buzz for Black Phone 2? Looks scary as fuck.
I didn't really care for the Black Phone. We saw it together.
No, I couldn't believe that. I thought we were bonding, and then Jeff said he hated it. And I was like, God damn it, dude.
I didn't hate it, but it was like a C for me.
Sal Scalisi says, any chance of Ape Caesar trilogy on the Cinephiles? Yeah, I'm sure. At some point, we'll get around to doing those. We're currently doing Jaws. For those of you who don't know the 1975 movie there, Jaws, we are breaking it down. It's going to be our first ever 4-parter between the two of us. So we're up to part 3 dropping on Friday. That Shadow says, who's a better director in you guys' opinions, James Gunn or Matt Reeves? I like Reeves way more. His Apes movies were damn good, and his Batman.
This guy's setting us up. I feel like Idris Elba, like, that's bait, mate. That's bait right there, mate.
Well, I'm happy to answer. I definitely think Matt Reeves is the better director. I think James Gunn is the more populist filmmaking director, is what I would say.
I agree that Matt Reeves is better.
Yeah, one's an auteur and one's a populist filmmaker. Nathan Drake, what did Jeff think of the orgy scene in Peacemaker? Well, Jeff, you don't watch Peacemaker, so he can't comment on it.
Bro, I don't watch real orgies. I don't watch these comic book orgies.
Aaron Mansfield, as far as Ridley Scott goes, like, I'm just glad he's staying alive. Staying alive. There you go. People laughed at your joke there, Jeff.
You're laughing because you know it's true. As far as Ridley Scott goes, I'm just saying, all right. Oh, I see. Got it, yeah.
Nathan Drake, I think Arnett will get a nomination for Is This Thing On?
We'll see.
Keep dreaming. Nathan Drake, Cowboys dog is amazing, and I hate the Cowboys. LOL. Yes, agreed, Nathan. Worst Aronofsky movie, Mother or Noah? Oh, definitely Mother. I enjoy Noah. I don't care what anybody says.
Noah's good. I like Noah. Mother was unbearable.
Yeah, Mother was unbearable. Noah has good performances from Russell and from Jennifer Connelly. And Ray Winstone actually playing a damn good villain as opposed to how he played the villain in Black Widow. So,
you know what I heard this week, John?
What'd you hear?
That nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday.
Aren't you supposed to be doing something terrible in the background when that happens? Kyle Wilson says, Mortal Kombat predictions, Moneymaker or no? Moneymaker, if you mean $500 to $600 million, no. Will it make it double its budget? Probably. Jeff?
Moneymaker. I think it looks good. I think if they spent money on this, like, they were emboldened by the first movie. This one looks way better. Like, the first one was like an appetizer leading up to a fucking tournament. This one's hopefully going to get fucking crazy, and I think they're having fun with the marketing.
Yeah, good point. Alan Smithy says, shouldn't Ernie Hudson be offended by the hand that rocks the cradle?
I was waiting for this comment to come up because I did feel it a little bit, Alan, in the back of my head when I said, oh, this is a perfect thriller. I was like, maybe not perfect.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Maybe a little problematic in one or two spots. So maybe is the answer to your question. Maybe he should be.
Wait,
no. That's what Ernie Hudson would say, John, to the remake. No.
Yeah, exactly. Surprise, motherfucker. Wayne Edwards says weapons in F1.
In the movie. He does not say surprise, motherfucker.
That was a Dexter reference. I thought you would appreciate that.
Jokes.
Wayne Edwards says weapons in F1 were my 2 favorite summer films so far. I had so much fun with both of those. I still have a few to see. Hey, Jeff, is the level of body horror and Together below or above that in The Substance? Ooh, good question.
It's a different. It's kind of different.
Yeah,
it's probably not as crazy as the body horror in The Substance.
There you go.
All things
not as crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna find out soon. All right, let's move over to these Streamlabs. Samo says, have you all seen Mark Maron's latest stand-up special and thoughts on him calling out Joe Rogan and his buds? Yeah, I saw that. But I think he's going a little far now, going after Bill Maher as well and all of that. It's like it's coming off like old man mad at the young people type of thing. And I think he's a great voice. And I appreciate him being on a certain side of these things politically, but I also think it's getting a little annoying. Jeff, your thoughts?
I respect Maron as a comedian, but I don't think he's that funny, which is kind of why I listen to comedy. It's to laugh. And yeah, I just don't. He's humorous. He's a humorist.
Yes, he's a humorist.
But he doesn't really make me laugh. So.
Yeah. Jeffrey says, hey guys, Jeff, you reported back in October of 2024 that Sam Raimi was in final talks to direct Doctor Strange 3. Could this be the film release in 2027? Any development since? Who's the writer? Is Raimi free now since his new horror film is already finished or nearly finished?
It's a good question. What is Sam Raimi doing next? I guess we'll find out soon. I do think that, when you look at all the movies that are actual candidates to have another movie outside of like the new stuff that we know is coming, X-Men, etc.
Right.
Doctor Strange 2 was the most successful of all those movies, and so it's only natural. I mean, Thor's getting like how many fucking movies? Like,
yeah,
it makes sense that they would make a third Doctor Strange movie.
That's true. All right, what is the next one here? Tim says, Johnny boy, how is the box office split between Warner Brothers and Apple for F1? Oh, I don't know. I don't know what deal they have together. Jeff, do you know what deal Apple and Warner Brothers have over this split of the box office?
I mean, no, but I imagine that Warner Brothers is just getting paid a distribution fee.
Yeah.
But I mean, so I don't know like who handled the marketing, right? Is it Warner Brothers or Apple? That's what I'm a little bit unclear about.
Yeah, so right now F1 is at 607 million worldwide. Superman is at 606. That's fascinating. F1 is beating Superman. Nobody fucking predicted that. Dr. K-Nit says, Jeff, should they remake Species? Oh, the Natasha Henstridge film. Yeah. Could she become an influencer / model? And what if they make it a not rated release like Terrifier or Toxic Avenger?
An unrated Species is actually a pretty cool idea.
Yeah.
If I had actual power in this town, that might be something worth exploring. If they did remake it, it'd probably wind up like with Sydney Sweeney or something like that, right? I could see her signing on to that in a heartbeat.
Maybe Samara Weaving.
Right. Eventually, they all reach Samara Weaving.
It will. I mean, she's got 2 films out right now streaming, and I've heard nothing about, no buzz at all for these films. Samuel says, NFL starts next week. What team on the NFC and AFC side do you got playing in the Super Bowl? Well, I'll say this. I thought the Packers were a dark horse already. Them getting Micah Parsons, I think they're absolutely in pole position for the Super Bowl coming out of the NFC. AFC, maybe the Bills. What do you got, Jeff?
I got the New England Patriots.
Get the fuck out of here. Drake May, get out of here.
Drake May going to the Super Bowl. And I don't even know who's in the NFC because all I'm thinking about is the Patriots, baby. Patriots!
Drake May might not even finish the season. What are you talking about? Ugh. Not with Teddy Vrabel as his coach. Yikes. Ari Papermaster says, have you not realized that going on Reddit and reply to these losers bitching about you makes you just like Gunn? By doing that, you are gunning it. If you keep this,
I told you last week, James Gunn and I are 2 sides of the same coin.
That's true. You did say that. You guys are more similar than people might think. Do you really want to support? Oh, I'm not going to answer the last or ask the last part.
Oh, no, I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
He says, if you keep this up, they'll all be hashtag gun down in an instant. Do you really want to support gun violence? GUNN violence.
I don't even know what that means.
That's why I didn't want to read it. Seattle,
because that's what we do here. We don't censor ourselves.
That's true. We don't. Seattle KO says, have you guys seen the trailer for the Carpenter song with Nick Cage? Thoughts? We talked about that already. Seattle KO earlier in the section of trailers. Looks interesting, but I don't know what they're doing with this. So it's bad. And Wayne Edwards, thank you, Wayne. He says, hello, gents. After hearing your speculations about the plot for Doomsday, it reminded me of an amazing Doctor Strange, Doctor Doom story called Triumph and Torment. Dr. Doom enlists the aid of Doctor Strange to save his mother's soul from hell. Oh, I remember that storyline. Right. Jesus, it's been a long time since I thought about that one. I don't think that's what's going on here, but it could be something down the road because they're not getting rid of Dr. Doom anytime soon.
No.
All right, Eric Kirby says, Jeff, any news on the next Hunger Games movie? Any thoughts about that director's overall films?
Isn't Francis Lawrence directing it again? Who is it?
I'll take a look real quick.
I like Francis Lawrence. I like the Hunger Games franchise in general. I didn't see the one with Zegler.
Yeah, the most recent one.
I haven't watched that yet. Someone in the chat mentioned Danny Ramirez is in the new Scarface film. Technically, he's in a Scarface film.
Yes.
He's in the Scarface movie because that project has been in the works at Universal for a long time. But the original Scarface is based on a book that is in the public domain, and that is what Danny Ramirez is adapting.
Good point, Jeff. That Shadow says Wayward TV show trailer, thumbs up or down. I don't know what Wayward is.
It's the Toni Collette show about I watched the first episode. Again, I everything's under embargo. I don't know why embargoes are the worst, dude. You should be rewarded for watching a fucking show on time.
Oh, they wouldn't give it to you. Eddie Aladia says, any rumors on what MCU movie is between Doom and Star Wars? I'm sorry, Secret Wars. We talked about it. We speculate it could be a Doctor Strange or Blade movie. It could be there.
I just don't know what else it could possibly be.
Yeah. So we'll see. All right. Anything more, or shall we wrap? I think that's everything. We didn't get to the $55 super chat, so I'll have to keep this.
Why not? Let's go back and get it. What do you mean? We got time.
We'll go back and get what? We're not there yet.
Oh, we didn't get to the 50.
That's what I'm saying. We didn't get to it. Yeah.
Oh, then they don't get the scoop.
No.
They don't get it. Save it for another show, Johnny. It's okay.
All right. I'll save it. Maybe I'll save it for the truth this Sunday or whatever. We'll see.
And I can ask off the record.
Okay. All right. We'll see. All right. Anything else? That's it. That's it for the hot mic. Thank you all so much for hanging out with us today. We appreciate you all madly. We love you all madly. Thanks for the Streamlabs and Super Chats. Thanks for the lively chats in the show as well. And please remember to share this all over the place so we can bring more people here over to the hot mic, especially when you see all these other influencers and social media people taking our story and running with it, creating a false narrative and then getting themselves a shit ton of engagement. That engagement should be here, for God's sakes.
Stick up for us.
What's that?
Stick up for us. Your audience. Spread the word. Eric Kirby, I didn't answer the question because I don't have any answer for you. I have no news on the Hunger Games movie. What kind of news are you expecting?
Yeah, there's nothing going on right now.
Cast has been announced.
Yeah, there you go. All right, that's it. That's all the situations we got. Thank you, guys. Jeff, where can they find you and subscribe
to the newsletter? Yeah, the insnider.com, guys, because there's goodies coming. Oh, there's sweet, sweet goodies.
There you go. As for me, you can subscribe down below to the John Rocha channel. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell button. So you see we're dropping all the content we do, including hot mic shows. We'll see if we can line up a second show next week. So make sure you subscribe and hit that bell button so you see when we're dropping it and all the stuff I got going on, like Geek Buddies tomorrow and The Truth this weekend. So make sure you sign up for all that. Follow me out, The Rocha Says, and take care of yourselves. Go see a movie, and we'll talk to you next time with another brand new episode of The Hot Mic. Peace.